welcome all. As I had said previously that I'll be coming back with answers to the questions which I had given to you all in my previous video. So today I will be putting up the solution to the questions which I had given in the last video. Okay, so hope you all remember the questions. If you don't, doesn't matter, I will be writing the questions all over again. Okay, and along with those previous questions, I will also under each section and under each segment, I'll also give one or two extra solutions. All right, like both the questions and the answers will be given over here. Okay, so the first question was, the first section was to underline. You had to underline the nouns and you have to underline the nouns and then mention their types, right? You also had to rewrite the sentences by correcting the mistakes, right? And then I had told you to underline the nouns and mention their types. Okay, so over here what I'll do is I'll write the sentence. Like first it was given as, over here the first sentence was, Sam had fever on Friday, right? So in this sentence you first need to identify the mistakes, all the mistakes over here, and rewrite the sentences by correcting the mistakes, and then I told you to underline the nouns or mention the types. Okay, so the answer would be, see over here the word Sam, right? As you can understand, Sam is a name of a boy and hence it will be a proper noun. And as I told you in my first video that proper nouns should always be written in capital letters, so it will be capital S. Sam had fever on, over here also see Friday, it's a particular day, the name of one particular day in a week, right? So Friday will also be written with a capital F. Okay, so now once you have written down or rewritten the sentence, you can now underline the noun Sam and you can mention the type as proper noun. Okay, Friday is also a proper noun, and this particular word fever, see fever is also a noun, but which type of a noun is it? It will be abstract noun because fever is a condition of the body, right? It is a condition when you get a high temperature, you feel unwell, right? So fever is a condition, it cannot be seen, it doesn't have any particular physical shape or form. It is just it can be felt within the body and like measured, right? But measurement is also not a physical measurement. So fever is an abstract noun. Okay, had fever on Friday. Okay, all right, so this is the first solution. I will now go over to the next sentence. Next sentence was Alipur Zoo has an elephant named Tilak, right? So the answer will be, see over here, many may make this mistake. They may write they may just identify the name Alipur because it's a name of a place, and you may write zoo in a capital with a capital Z, but zoo should also be written with a capital Z because this entire is the name, because we are not treating Alipur as a place and zoo as a separate place, but we are treating this entire thing, Alipur Zoo, as a whole place. Okay, so both the names like Alipur and zoo, both will be written in capital letters. Okay, it should be started with a capital letter. Alipur Zoo has an elephant named Tilak will also be written like this because Tilak is the name of a particular elephant. So I underline Alipur Zoo, the entire should be a proper noun. Elephant should be a common noun. And Tilak will again be a proper noun. Okay? The third sentence, John saw a galaxy of stars through his father's telescope. Okay, so I'm not rewriting the sentence all over again. I'll just mention the answer. So John is a proper noun and this should be written with a capital J. John, it will be a proper noun. Saw a galaxy of stars, this entire should be underlined and should be written as collective noun. Okay, galaxy of stars, hope you remember, collective noun, through his father's telescope. Now father is a common noun. Okay, so father is a common noun, telescope is also a common noun. Okay, our fourth sentence was The fourth sentence was my mother made mashed potatoes yesterday. The answer will be, mother will be a noun and it will be a common noun. Potatoes, common noun. Fifth sentence was, it is very hot in Africa during the month of June. Africa is the name of a continent, so it should be written with a capital A, Africa, and its type will be proper noun. Month will be a common noun. June, since it's already written with a capital J, there is nothing to be rectified. So June is also a proper noun because it's the name of a month, right? Okay. And the last sentence was, my family enjoyed our trip to the Yellowstone National Park. Family. The word family is a collective noun. Okay, always remember the word family is a collective noun and not a common noun, because together with your father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, uncle, aunt, your sisters, brothers, you make up a family, right? So each of the members separately will be a common noun. Like grandfather will be a common noun, grandmother will be a common noun, father will be a common noun. But when they are staying together, you all are staying together, you will, together will form a unit. You together will form a group which will be called as a family, right? So family is a collective noun. Trip will be a common noun. Okay, and this entire name will be underlined because this entire, Yellowstone National Park, this is together the name of the particular park. So this is a proper noun, and all the three words will be written with a capital letter, that is Yellowstone over here, Y would be capital, national N would be capital, and park P would be capital. Okay, hope you have understood the corrections. Yellowstone National Park, yellow Y should be capital, national N should be capital, park P should be capital. Okay, and the entire name will be underlined and will be written as a proper noun. Alright, now let me move on to the next section. I had given you some, fill in the blanks where you had to write the collective nouns to fill up the gaps. Okay. All right. The first was the dash of soldiers walked across the land, right? Okay, so over here there are many collective nouns for a group of soldiers. Okay, so I will be mentioning some. There are 7 to 8 collective nouns, but the most common ones are, first is army, troop, platoon, regiment. Okay, these are the 4 very commonly used collective nouns: army, troop, platoon, regiment. You can write battalion. Okay, you can write squad. Remember the names battalion, squad. Okay, all these can be used as collective nouns for a group of soldiers. Okay, now the next was he shuffled the new dash of cards. Answer will be pack of cards. Okay, pack of cards, and there is no other alternative for a group of cards. Okay, pack of cards, no box of cards, no bunch of cards, nothing, only a pack of cards. Next was the dash of penguins plodded towards the water. Again, the collective noun for a group of penguins is rookery. R-O-O-K-E-R-Y, rookery. There is again no other alternative to this answer, only a rookery of penguins. Okay, rookery. And the last was okay, 3. The fourth one was the dash of actors played well the theater. Company. Okay, the company. The company of actors played well at the theater. The last sentence was, we each picked a dash of grapes from the vine. From the vine. The answer will be bunch. Picked a bunch of grapes from the vine. Okay, now the next segment was you had to mention, you had to fill up the spaces either with the collective name for the the noun, or the noun for the collective names that were mentioned, right? So I'll directly get into the questions. It was like, fill up with suitable words. Okay, suitable or correct words, right? A dash of dolphins. A dash of stairs or steps I had mentioned. A brood of, you had to write what. A quiver of dash. A sloth of dash. So a group of dolphins are called pod. A group of dolphins is called a pod of dolphins. A flight of stairs or steps. A brood of chickens. Quiver of arrows. Sloth of bears. Okay, sloth of bears. You also had this one, a dash of pearls. It should be a string of pearls. A string of pearls. A dash of crows. And the last was a dash of angels. Hopefully you'll remember this collective name for a group of crows, murder. Okay, a murder of crows. Seriously, when crows, they get together and they start cawing very loudly, we really feel like killing ourselves, right? And a host of angels. A host of angels. Now next was, I had given you to form abstract nouns from words. in a chart format. Okay, so I will just mention the directly I'll move on to the words instead of writing the question all over again. The first was from adjectives to abstract nouns. The first word was deep. The second word, the second one I did not give you the adjective. I had written the abstract noun form. The third one, again I had given you the adjective prudent. The fourth one was soul. For the fifth one, I had given you the abstract noun form. And again, the sixth one, I had given you the adjective, right? Okay. So the abstract noun formed from the adjective deep is depth. Okay. The abstract noun humility is formed from the word humble. Humble. Okay. The word prudent becomes prudence to form an abstract noun. The word soul becomes solitude to form an abstract noun. The word abstract noun comes from the adjective young. Okay, youth comes from the word young, and this word just, it becomes justice when used as an abstract noun. Okay, just becomes justice when used as an abstract noun. All right. Okay, the next type was from common noun to abstract noun. The first word was friend. The second was thief. Third was, the abstract noun form was agency. Fourth was father. Fifth was owner, and the last was the abstract noun form kingship. Answers will be: friend turns into friendship to form an abstract noun. Thief turns into theft to form an abstract noun. Theft, T-H-E-F-T, theft. Agency comes from the common noun agent. Agent, agency. An agent runs an agency. Okay. Father, father turns into fatherhood. Okay. Fatherhood. Owner becomes ownership. And kingship comes from the common noun king. Okay. The last chart was from verb to abstract noun. The first word was admit. Second was believe. Third was, the abstract noun form was defense. Fourth, again, the abstract noun form negligence. Fifth was serve, and the last was move. Answers will be admit, admission, admission. Believe is belief, okay? Belief. Believe is a verb. You believe in something, okay? Believe is the act of having a belief, okay? All right. Defense comes from the word defend. Defend. Negligence comes from the word neglect. Serve becomes service. And for move, one is motion, the second one is movement. Both are correct, okay? Both are correct, motion or movement. All right. Okay, so now I move on to the last segment, the last set of questions, where you had to underline the pronouns and mention whether they are reflexive or emphatic. So I will directly go or write the sentences. E1. The first sentence was, I will do it myself. So in this sentence, myself is the pronoun, and you have to mention which type of pronoun is it. I will do it myself is an emphatic pronoun, because myself is just adding a stress to the subject I, that is I can do it without the help of anyone. That is why I am using, or we are writing the word myself, we are using the pronoun myself to put a stress on the idea that I can do the work all by myself and I don't need any other help, okay? And another rule, as I had told you, just to test, it is the easiest way to identify whether the pronoun is a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun, is that just in your mind try to remove the word and see whether the sentence is being a complete sentence or not. See, if you remove the word myself, if you omit the word myself, the sentence still does not change the meaning. I will do it, okay? I will do it means, as like the word myself doesn't make much difference to the meaning of the sentence, right? So myself is an emphatic pronoun. The second one was John hurt himself while he was jogging. See over here, the word himself will be reflexive pronoun. Why? Because John hurt, John is the subject, okay, of the sentence, hurt is the verb. Now hurt is like going over, rather hurt is indicating to some object, that is himself, okay, and John hurt whom, okay, the object is again returning to the subject itself, that is John, okay. John hurt himself, right, while he was jogging. And another thing, if you remove the word himself, the sentence becomes a little incomplete in meaning. A question arises, John hurt whom, okay, or John hurt what. So that's why the word himself will be a reflexive pronoun in this sentence, because you cannot do without the word himself over here. The third sentence was, he himself made the remark. He himself made the remark. Again over here, the word himself will be an emphatic pronoun. For the explanation, please go over to the videos where I had explained the rules, and over here also I mentioned the rule in the first two sentences. So over here, emphatic pronoun himself. The fourth sentence was, I wash myself when I get up. Myself will be reflexive because the question arises, I wash whom, okay, and wash verb is getting an object. I is the subject, wash, object for wash is myself, and this object is returning its meaning or returning or getting connected to the subject I. All right, so that's why myself will be a reflexive pronoun. The last one was, you have set yourself an unattainable goal. Yourself will again be a reflexive pronoun because set what, an object, that is yourself. You have set yourself, whom, yourself, a goal, and this object is getting connected to the subject itself, and if you omit the word yourself, then the sentence becomes incomplete. The question arises, you have set a goal for whom, right? So over here the meaning is, you have set an unattainable goal for yourself, okay. So over here, that's why yourself will be reflexive pronoun, okay. With this I come to an end of the solutions. Again I remind you, if you think that the videos are being helpful to you, then please like, share and subscribe to our channel, okay, and keep waiting for the next video where we are going to come back with more interesting and helpful information, helpful rules, or any other lesson on English. Okay, thank you. A very good news for all the viewers. We are planning to arrange for online examination process. Whoever all of you are welcome, whoever you feel interested, okay, to appear for the exam, please do let us know in the comment section. Now you can also come up with your queries. You can upload your queries, all right, in the comment section by providing us with pictures, like videos of the questions which you have. Now over here I must mention, the pictures that you upload or the videos that you upload should not be more than, okay, should not be more than 10 MB. Remember this, it shouldn't be more than 10 MB. We have also our own link. If you feel interested, you can click on the link, okay, to get into the details of this entire program, this entire system. All right. So again I repeat, it's a very good news. Exams are always it's not only about marks. It is a process of understanding yourselves, where you stand, how much you have understood and how much you need to learn more. Okay, so please feel free to come here, and this examination will be arranged on a very nominal charges, and we are going to provide you with certificates as well if you appear for the exam. So again I repeat over here, participation is very, very important. We would like you to participate. We would like you to come up with your interests over here all the more. Okay, so till we come up with our next video, keep watching and stay at home.